All right, welcome to a 3-minute takeaway. Here we're going to go through the leadership mug. One just fell out. That's going to be our one for today. All right, got it. Let's see. We'll read this, put 3 minutes on the clock, and we'll give a little thought around it. This one's balled up tight. When in doubt, simplify. It's perfect. When in doubt, simplify. All right, 3 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Boop. I just did something for a group of leaders, and I was talking about how are you measuring your success right now? And this is what this makes me think of. How are you measuring your success right now? Now, sometimes in an organization, there's a measurement for you. Your leader has given you a way to measure if you're hitting the mark or if you're missing the mark. Now, sometimes you've got to design your own measurement. You got to design your own dashboard to know if you're hitting success. And so that's what the entire training was on. And one thing that I said in that training that has kind of just stuck with me since then is that confusion often hangs out in the complicated. Confusion often hangs out in the complicated. So as these leaders were starting to build their measurements, as they were starting to say, okay, here's how I'm going to measure my success. At first, they were making these things very complicated. If this does this and then depends on this and this, then I've hit the mark. And I thought, how can we make this simple? You've heard of it, the KISS method. Keep it simple, superstar. You're going to say something different, weren't you? Keep it simple. Simple wins. I remember reading that book years ago, and it's so true. Simple wins. Because when we make things complicated, it's hard to keep track of that. And if we can't track that, then we don't know if we've made it or if we've missed it. So as I was speaking to that group, it was specifically about how are you measuring success right now? And then how can you do that simply? How can you just look up and know, wow, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing? But I think this goes in other areas of life too, keeping it simple. Your morning routine, your workout routine. In all of our routines, we can end up getting a little bit of momentum and then start adding in a lot of complexity. But what are we trying to do? We're trying to get a specific result, and that result is going to build over time. It's small wins lead to big changes. Well, how do we keep it simple and getting that momentum? You know, one of the things I would do is I would look at different areas that you're frustrated in your life right now. Different areas that you're frustrated in your business right now. What I think you'll find when you look at all these different areas is that where your frustration is where a lot of the complication is. Because that leaves you feeling confused. And confusion often hangs out in the complicated. And that causes us to doubt. That causes us to be anxious. But all we got to do is take a look at that and simplify it. How can I make this more simple so that I can be more consistent? Well, that is all the time we have today in today's 3-minute takeaway. Hope that helps. I hope you go out and you make it simple. I'll see you soon.